one other thing I wanted to talk to you about that we talked about in our video that got cut off, you went for comedy writing in Chicago. So tell us a little bit about how you have literally continued your learning process.
Well, I went to my first Ben Haven convention. Loved it, loved it, loved it, loved it. Got some of the dialogue books and enjoyed those, but I realized that, historically that's important to know. It's important to know where you've come from so that you know where you're going to. And it was important to understand and read those dialogue books because I wanted to know what our history was. But the dialogues don't really fit for, the 21st century. They're written in the 18th and 19th century, and that's fine, but it really doesn't fit. So I thought, okay, if I'm going to do this and do this properly, which is what I want, I'm going to have to invest the time to learn to write comedy. And I've always written, so writing is not an issue. But I need to know how to write sketch comedy, because sketch comedy, in my mind, translates the easiest into the dialogue that you need with your character. And fortunately, I live about 2 hours away from Chicago, and Second City has a course that they will train you to write sketch comedy. So I spent about a year up at Second City learning how to write sketch comedy and, how you expand your universe and you pull in all sorts of different odds and ends, and then how you narrow your focus down. And Ken Groves, again, talks about this as he does everything, and he's spot on with it. You narrow your focus down in your writing to nugget, nugget, nugget with no fat in between. And that's really important because you only have so much time. And so by learning that skill set of narrowing the focus down and making each word count, each word has to be gold. By learning how to do that, and it's a skill, it takes practice to do. Again, another skill that you need to develop, to write well. By learning that, I think it helped me a lot in developing my characters and my routines, and just, I was so blessed and so lucky to be close to Second City and able to drive up there and then drive back, every Sunday and, take my class and do my thing. And I was really lucky to be able to do that. So I have that under my belt. So I feel really comfortable when it comes to writing sketch comedy, and I feel comfortable exercising my funny muscle. And again, I'm going to cite Ken Groves' name when he talks about writing your funny, exercising your funny muscle, but he's right, you do. And it's something that comes with practice. So looking at the funny, I think, is what Ken calls it. You have to learn to look at the funny, because it's all over the place out there, let me tell you.